Hello everyone. In this video, we will discuss about a very famous author and the winner of Nobel Prize, John Galsworthy's biographies and his some important works. So, this video we have some questions related to John Galsworthy. So let's start. First question is, which female author was a very critic of Glassworthy? Virginia Woolf. The main theme of Glassworthy's play is social problem of his time. Who used the synonym John Shingzon? जॉन ग्लासवर्दी यानी कि जॉन ग्लासवर्दी एक सिनोनियम का इस्तेमाल करते थे अपने जो नॉवेल्स हैं उनको पब्लिश करने के लिए। किसका नाम इस्तेमाल करते थे? जॉन शिंगजोन का। कौन करते थे? जॉन ग्लासवर्दी। जॉन ग्लासवर्दी was the son of a lawyer. John Glassworthy began his literary career as a novelist. Glassworthy met him in 1893 and formed a lifelong friendship with him. Who was that person? Joseph Conrad. Who wrote The Inn of Tranquility? John Glassworthy. John Glassworthy's ideas on drama are found in The Inn of Tranquility. As a painter of physical universe, and of the soul, John Glassworthy is a poet. Who said that line? Louis Caraman. Glassworthy's wife was Ada Pearson. Who wrote Fraternity? A work, Fraternity, was written by John Glassworthy. Who wrote Fraternity? Glassworthy. The lower class was represented in Glassworthy's Fraternity. It means एक लोअर क्लास को उसने ग्लासवर्दी ने अपने किस नॉवल में दिखाया है, जो उनका उसका जो वर्क है किस में दिखाया है? Fraternity. What kind of plays did John Glassworthy write? Problem plays. As a dramatist, Glassworthy belongs to the realist tradition of Jones and Pinero. Realist tradition के थे वो. John Glassworthy received the degree of D.Litt from Cambridge University in 1930. Who wrote the Forsyte Saga? Very famous work, John Glassworthy. In the Forsyte Saga, the Forsyte belonged to a typical city family. Forsyte एक typical city family है, उसी को related उन्होंने एक novel बनाया है जिसके 5 parts हैं. Glassworthy was born in 1867 and he died in 1933. John Glassworthy refused knighthood in 1917. Glassworthy married his cousin's wife after her divorce. मतलब उसकी जो कजन्स की वाइफ थी उसकी डिवोर्स होने के बाद उसने उससे शादी करी थी. Who wrote The Silver Box? Glassworthy. The first play was by Glassworthy was The Silver Box. The Silver Box was published in 1906. Glassworthy won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1932. Glassworthy's tragedy was called Social Tragedies. He wrote so many plays related to social problems. That's why his plays were known as problem plays. Glassworthy is a dash both minute and delicate. He is realist. Who wrote Justice? Glassworthy. The character William Falder figures in which play of Glassworthy? Justice. Who said literature is its own reward? John Glassworthy. What did Glassworthy became in 1921? President of Pen Club London. 1921 में उसने क्या क्या हुए थे? वो प्रेसिडेंट बन गए थे. Who said life is one long temptation? Glassworthy. Who wrote the play Striff? Glassworthy. Glassworthy's reputation as a novelist is established by the Forsyte Saga, very famous work, और इसी वजह से उन्हें नोबेल प्राइज भी मिला था. He received Order of Merit reward in 1929. Why did Glassworthy reject knighthood? Because he thought that a writer's reward should come from writing, not from knighthood. Who used to write novels in the morning and plays in the afternoon? Glassworthy. Very important point. Which critic said about Glassworthy's play Justice? Justice is the commentary upon the prison administration of that period. Which which critic said that line? किसने ये लाइन बोली थी ग्लासवर्दी के प्ले जस्टिस के ऊपर? AC Watt. Who wrote in Chancery? John Galsworthy. Galsworthy was born in a wealthy family. His father's name was also John Galsworthy. Is it true or not false? Is it true? It is true. John Galsworthy was the eldest son of his family. True. Who wrote The Man of Property? Galsworthy. The first successful novel of Galsworthy was The Man of Property. A turning point in the life of Galsworthy came with the publication of The Man of Property. Galsworthy went to Harrow and New College, Oxford. In the First World War, Galsworthy joined a hospital in France as an orderly. Towards the end of his life, Galsworthy developed brain tumor. That's why he died. Who wrote Loyalty? Galsworthy. Striff by John Galsworthy dramatized a strike. मतलब स्ट्रिफ के अंदर उसने किस चीज को रिप्रेजेंट किया, ड्रामेटाइज किया, एक स्ट्राइक को. इन द प्ले द सिल्वर बॉक्स, जॉन स्टील अ सिल्वर सिगरेट बॉक्स. I read in various chambers, practiced almost not at all, and disliked my profession thoroughly. Who said that line? John Galsworthy. In Kingston, a road and a hospital have been named by Galsworthy. Galsworthy के नाम पर एक हॉस्पिटल, एक रोड और एक किंगस्टन का नाम रखा गया. Galsworthy was a poet, novelist, and dramatist, and he was also a lawyer. The first play that made Galsworthy famous as a playwright is The Silver Box. Who suffered solitary confinement in justice by Galsworthy? Falder. Who wrote The Dark Flower? Galsworthy. The first play that made Galsworthy famous as a playwright, The Silver Box. It is the same. Who suffered solitary confinement, justice in by Galsworthy? Falder. Who wrote The Dark Flower? Galsworthy. The Dark Flower is a love novel. Galsworthy novels are chiefly occupied with effect and the conflict of class tradition upon society. He was died at the age of 65. John Galsworthy got honorary degrees from 7 universities. The character of Irene in the Forsyte Saga is inspired from Ada Pearson, Galsworthy's wife. यानी कि उसमें जो इरीनी एक लेडीज थी वो कहाँ से उसने इंस्पायर होकर ली थी, उसकी अपनी वाइफ से. According to Galsworthy, which play made a sensation in parliamentary and official circle? Justice. Who wrote The White Monkey? Galsworthy. The White Monkey was a novel. Who said Galsworthy does not create life, but he has interrupted today? Herman Old. Who commented after the death of Galsworthy that since his death in 1933, the level of his popularity has remained remarkably constant. John Hempian. Who wrote the novel Iceland? Who wrote the novel Iceland Pharisees? John Glassworthy. Glassworthy's first novel published under his own name was The Iceland Pharisees. The title of Glassworthy's first work in his Forsyth saga was The Man of Property. Forsyth saga में 5 parts में है. The first part name was The Name of Man of Property. Who said, "Take care of the character and actions will take care of themselves." Glassworthy. Glassworthy campaigned for a variety of reasons including prison reforms, women rights and animal welfare. यानी कि वह कैंपेन करता था इन सब चीज़ों के लिए. Who wrote Love Has No Age, No Limit and No Debt? Glassworthy. Who wrote End of the Chapter? Glassworthy. The title of the play Justice by Glassworthy is ironical. Which play of Glassworthy deals with infidelity between husband and wife relationship? Fugitive. Which play of Glassworthy deals with the evil of illicit love? The Eldest Son. The sequel of Forsyth Saga is a modern comedy. उसका sequel था modern comedy. What is Glassworthy's play The Skin Game about? Class struggle. Which character said justice is a machine? Mr. Form ने बोला था. In which play of Glassworthy did the mute scene feature? Justice. The subject matter of The Man of Property was middle class Victorian society. Glassworthy's literary career spanned the Victorian, Edwardian, and Georgian eras. The motivating force between Glassworthy's writing was his wife. Who wrote To Let? Glassworthy. Which novel of Glassworthy is considered to be his masterpiece? Indian Summer of a Forsyth. First novel of Glassworthy's was Jocelyn. Burn It Out and You Will Oblige Me. About which work does Glassworthy talk here? किसके बारे में उसने यहाँ बात करी? किस वर्क में उसने ऐसा बोला है? From the Four Winds. John Builder is an unimaginable hot-tempered man. In which play does he appear? A family man. Glassworthy's play Justice show the problem of English legal system. Glassworthy's work The Country House represent what? The upper class. The finest of Glassworthy's later drama is Loyalty. Finest मतलब कि जो later drama उसने लिखे थे उसमें सबसे finest work था Loyalties. What became the main theme of John Glassworthy's writing? The inequality and injustice of the social system. This social problem motivated him to write. Who said, "If you can't think about your future, you can't have one"? Glassworthy. The Little Man, written by Glassworthy, is what? One act play. In which play does a woman kill her illegitimate child to escape social tyranny? Windows. About which play did Glassworthy say, "The only play of mine which I was able to say when I finished it, no manager will refuse this"? Loyalties. Which play of Glassworthy made him famous? The Skin Game. In the play Loyalties, Glassworthy has tried to say that loyalty is not enough. Which play deal with the impact of modern publicity on private domestic tragedy? The Show. Who is the leader of laborers in Strife? David Roberts. Who wrote the work True Essay on Conrad? Glassworthy. The Forsyth family chronicle covers 34 years to the death of Queen Victoria and gives an admirable picture of the upper middle classes in the changing society of the end of 19th century. Is it true or false? It is true. Who wrote Every grouping of life and character has its inherent moral, and the business of the dramatist is so to pose the group as to bring that moral gently to the light of day. John Glassworthy. Glassworthy's idea on the drama are to be found in his collection of which essay The Inn of Tranquility. John Glassworthy's play, which play, uh, which play of John Glassworthy's deal with the inadequacy of administration of justice and the attitude of different type of people toward an escaped prisoner. Escape. The Bell of Peace is what? It is a poem. The most attractive of all John Galsworthy's novel is The Country House. Which play of Galsworthy's was included in Burn Mantle, the best plays in 2728 Escape? Who was the great propagator of naturalistic method of description in literature? जॉन ग्लासवर्थ यानी कि वो naturalistic तरीके से description करते थे literature में. Who wanted to shed light on the forgotten dark spot of human life as a mean of providing moral guidance? Glassworthy. If J.B. Shaw put problems on the stage, Glassworthy put people there. It is true. Who ordered his underkeeper to marry a pregnant village girl or get out? Sir William Cheshire in The Eldest Son. The Man of Property was adapted in 1949 by Hollywood as The Forsyth Woman. When an artist of Mr. Glassworthy's high endure mental equipment and technical skill writes a play like but he has done much more than write a play, he has rendered a public service. Striff, who attended an early performance of the play Justice. मतलब जस्टिस का सबसे अर्ली परफॉर्मेंस को किसने अटेंड किया था? विल्स्टन चर्चिल. Which play of Glassworthy was included in Burns Mantle, the best play 1920 and 21, The Skin Game? Which drama of Glassworthy deals with the conflict between capitalistic and laborers' strife? Why was Glassworthy given Nobel Prize? For his distinguished art of narration in Forsyth Saga. The Forsyth Saga includes 3 novels and 2 interludes, total 5 things. Who said a human being is the best plot there is? Glassworthy. Glassworthy was wrote about 30 plays. And Glassworthy's play Justice deal with the cruelty of solitary confinement. So that's all about some important works of John Glassworthy. So in my next video we will discuss some other important authors and their works. Thank you.